Hey everybody, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who watched our first video. We had a ton of fun making it and we got some awesome feedback from you guys, so keep that up. We really appreciate it. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out in the link above. Unfortunately for this video, we had some terrible audio quality. It was a really windy day when we shot. The mic picked up everything. The leaves were super crunchy. We ordered a new mic, should be here soon, so the next video we have should have amazing sound quality. Stay tuned. What's up, YouTube? Just had my coffee, ready to get after it. Got Megan here.
You're too much in the morning.
I don't think I'm enough. Anyways, we're going to be recording a video today about my debt-free journey. We're going to go on a walk. We might even have a special visitor for you guys. So stay tuned. Watch the end of this. You might think, oh, but personal finance and debt is boring. Meh. Well, you know what? My story is pretty freaking cool. So check it out.
Finance is fun! I'm Megan.
And I'm Matt.
Welcome to our channel.
Come along for the ride. What's up, everybody? So yesterday I tried to do this video by myself, but I didn't. Well, I tried, but it didn't work out. I ran out of daylight. I didn't have my better half. She's the cute one, I'm the funny one. I think that's just kind of how these videos are gonna go. So anyways, we're doing this one together today. My journey, our adventure. Yep. I first graduated college in 2016. And all of a sudden, one day I got this email from some random place that I had never heard of. And they were like, hey, check this out. You owe us 33 grand. And I was like, what? So
I'm still surprised that you did not know that you had student loans.
So I knew I had student loans, but for 5 years of just partying and just general neglect of real life and just thinking I lived in some bubble of awesomeness and hanging out with my friends all the time, I just didn't think that, you know, oh, hey, you're going to have to pay these loans back one day. It's never even crossed my mind once. So that's on me. I'll admit it. But when I found out I had this massive loan debt, I was like, oh, crap. I got a history degree. I'm probably never going to pay this off. I did that 5th year victory lap because I wasn't ready, and they're like, hey, more debt. Well, yeah, we'll just keep paying you to go to school. And I'm like, cool, I'm getting paid to go to school. And when I graduated and didn't really have a real job prospect because, you know, I was a history major, I thought to myself, hey, I don't really need this additional monthly expense of paying rent now that I know that I have to pay, you know, 33 grand to the freaking government. So I moved back in with my mom, and then I bounced back to my dad's house, and back to my mom's house, and back to my dad's house, then finally back to my mom's house, where we're actually headed right now to go pick up my best friend. My best friend was also my roommate while I was living at my mom's, and I slept on the floor next to his dog crate, and you guessed it, my best friend was the dog. It wasn't a terrible roommate. He kind of smelled and he wouldn't stop licking himself, so what are you gonna do, you know? Say hi. So this is Cooper. Like I said before, he was my roommate for like 6 months when my aunt was living with us, and I didn't have a bedroom, so I just slept on a camp mat and my sleeping bag on the floor next to him. We got along great, went for tons of walks and runs every day, and now we're gonna go on an adventure now. Say hi, Cooper. He's a good boy. I made the decision to live at my parents' house and sleep on the floor next to my dog because my mom's house was 10 minutes away from work. I saved a ton of money on gas. My rent expenses were much lower than if I were to rent an apartment or a house with my friends. So I saved a ton of money by just staying at home, sticking to my budget, and eating free sandwiches. You know, my grocery budget was about 50 bucks a week, and I was getting free lunch from a local sandwich place because I got friendly with the manager there. And by friendly, I mean we were friends. I don't mean anything else. Get your minds out of the gutter. Well, let's put it this way. I ate free lunch and sometimes breakfast for probably a year straight. I was also gaining a lot of weight, sitting in the office and just eating sandwiches all day. But when I met Megan and was still sleeping on the floor, I was like, now that like I kind of like this girl, I
I think I gotta make a change and maybe move back to my dad's house where I actually had a bedroom and a bed.
Cooper, how did you feel when Matt moved out for a lady friend?
So I think the most important thing about getting out of debt for me was the mindset that I didn't want to live having debt. A lot of people that I worked with in the office, when I told I had a goal to pay off my debt by the time I was 30, they were like, oh dude, like I've got debt, everybody's got debt. You just pay the minimum and you just kind of live with it. And I was thinking like, that's not me. That's not how I want to live my life. I want to be financially free. I don't want to work in the office forever. And I think if I continue down that path of like having more debt, I might still be stuck in that office.
Ooh, I look like a nerd. So Matt, I think you need to tell the people about the Tacoma story.
All right, so my Tacoma story. Around the same time that I was working in the office, living on the floor, I really wanted to get a Tacoma. For some reason, I thought they were the coolest trucks. And every time I saved up several $1,000s, I was like, oh man, I'm looking at Tacomas online. I was like thinking about scheduling a test drive and getting pre-approved for a car loan. And then I was thinking like, that's gonna put me in as much debt as what I'm trying to pay off. So decided, kind of spur of the moment really, probably the most impulsive thing I've ever done. I just took all the money that I had in my bank account and I just threw it at my student loan.
So as an innocent bystander, I can attest to the fact that Matt not only did it twice, he did it like 3 or 4 times until he paid off all of his debt. And it all started when you were sleeping next to this guy.
Yeah, that's a human-sized chest thing, I think. It kind of works on him. He doesn't seem to mind it at all. Definitely doesn't fit him great.
He's too wiggly.
Yeah, he's got that winter weight. But we don't judge him.
We all have winter weight. Cooper, he's doing his business. Cooper, stop staring at him.
Trees need nitrogen. He's got nitrogen. When you're in a situation that you have very little control over, and I had a boss that I hated, I had a job that I hated, and one day I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I put in my resignation letter. So after leaving the big company with the big salary job and then, you know, tucking my shirt in every day kind of thing, I got a job working for a tree company. And for that company, we worked crazy long days, talking plenty of overtime, which was nice because I was able to make a lot of money and save a lot of money and pay off my debt at an incredibly high rate, faster than at the office.
From the start of working at that company, it took me less than 1 year for me to pay off the rest of my student loans.
So looking back at it, college really probably wasn't the best choice for me. I had a blast. I met a lot of awesome people. I made a lot of great friends. I partied, I had a lot of fun, and then I paid for it. You know what I mean? Like I probably lost a few years off my life, but I learned a lot, and I don't know if I would have the same mindset that I have about debt if I didn't have the student loan debt that I worked so hard to pay off. So my advice for anybody who's thinking about taking out debt is just seriously consider it. Is that car worth it? Can you get a cheaper car that works? My first car was a 2005 Hyundai Sonata. It was silver. I named it Jolene. It wasn't sexy. It wasn't fast. It wasn't flashy. I don't think any girl ever saw me and was like, that dude's got a Sonata. I bet that thing is pretty decent at gas mileage. You know, that just didn't happen. But you know what? That car got me from A to B and C to D. And now I'm gonna have a van for my next vehicle, and I'm gonna own my own home. Because I'm debt free. So, thanks for watching and listening to my story. it is a significant part of my life that I'm really happy is, I guess that I'm past that point. And as always, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Megan appreciates it. Cooper appreciates it. Good boy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Now we're going to go check out potentially our new home. Let's go.
Tune in next week if you want to see if we got a van.
Dun, dun, dun. Vroom. Where's the keys?
Oh, right here. Again. Dun, dun, dun. Vroom.
So every time I have to drive Megan's car, this is the first thing I have to do.
You chose your life.
I did choose this life.
Hey! We know finance ain't fun.
No.
But next week, we're gonna go back to the van stuff.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
The van filming.
Fun stuff.
Test driving.
Yeah, hopefully we get
Layout
this time.
doing.
Got screwed the last 2 times. Hopefully the next one's better.
Yeah! So if you want to continue to look at van videos,
What?